Hey, what's up, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, hi there.
Hey, what's up? Give us a second. We're gonna wait for everybody else. Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, Robert, you're still here?
Ray, how are you?
Pretty good.
How's it going, Steven? Welcome, man. Welcome, Thompson. We're waiting on a few more. That way we could go ahead and get started, guys.
Whereabouts in the country are you located? Or the world?
In
California.
Huntington Beach. Yeah. Where are you located?
Yeah, I'm in Connecticut, the opposite side of the country.
Gotcha. That's a strange, like what strange, a little strange there. What country are you from?
Well,
I would
you know
take
what? I
everybody
mean,
here
these days,
is,
no, these days I get people that, you have you're online with somebody and they're not necessarily in the US.
Hmm. No,
I've been corrected a few times. So that's where it came from.
gotcha.
Huntington Beach is a great Italian restaurant I've been to. It's not far from that the John Wayne Airport, and now I can't remember the name of it, but
It's in Irvine, John Wayne.
yeah, okay.
We'll give it 2 minutes, Rob. How many we got?
Sure.
I can't see the screen from here.
Four.
Check the text message.
Yeah, I'm replying. I'm sending a new link to Lex. It looks like he had an issue, so just
Got
resending
it.
it to him.
All right. I'll go whenever you're ready, man. You guys all do solar?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
How's it going, Victor? Welcome.
Just so you guys know, this is
Hey,
live as
thanks.
well on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So say hi to the world.
Hello world.
All right, cool. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up, dude? I can't see my monitor from here, so uh sorry if I get your name wrong here. Robert will do his best to kind of help me.
So, Carlos, welcome, man. We're gonna go ahead and start here in just a second. We're just waiting for three more people to join, and
Okay,
then that
got it.
way go from there. Mm.
Do you guys see two screens, like a whiteboard and myself?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
All right, Lex, how's it going, man? It worked this time?
It's not allowing me from the computer.
Oh, that's strange. I see
Yeah.
there's There's two. There's
Yeah.
you logged
So
in
I'm
into
gonna
two
I'm
devices.
gonna cancel that one because it's not going in for some reason.
Yeah, no worries, man. As long as you're able to see the information and hear the information from your phone, you should be
Mm-hmm.
good.
All right, cool.
All right, Ray, we should be ready to go ahead and start, man.
All
It's
All right,
right.
already time.
cool. So, to make it easier for myself and for everyone on here, Robert here is going to meet you guys. I promise we have a Q&A afterwards, and we'll just do our rounds. This way, everybody can get their questions answered. Sounds fair,
Oh,
guys?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Another disclaimer here. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So if you guys don't feel comfortable, you guys don't have to be here, but it is live, all right?
Cool.
All right, Rob, I'll let you mute everybody.
Can you give me the host? I don't think you gave me the option to.
Yeah, give me a second. Um, I don't think it lets me right now. So just do the remote control because then I have to stop sharing.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You didn't give it to me.
Oh, I didn't give you the remote control, not the host. All right, go for it.
Oh,
At the bottom right. Yeah. All right, guys. So everybody here has been into solar, right? Yes.
Yes.
I was not
Yep.
always in solar. I was a surgery tech for 15 years. We all we all got recruited by somebody. And then I worked for the biggest company. We all know what company this is. You'll see them at Costco. They're not in there anymore, or Home Depot. I didn't want to work for them. I wanted to be a top-notch recruiter or salesperson. I was a canvasser. So I started my own company, right? And this, by the way, this is me. As you can see, I'm a normal guy. I love to coach baseball. I do this 5 days a week. So I started my own company and we generated $3.3 million in 1 year in California, right? That's what I've done in 2 years in solar. So I'm about to educate you guys how to actually do this too by joining our company. So this is what I'm going to offer. This is what you get from me. Right? I have multiple years in solar experience. I have only 2 years. A lot of you have more years of experience than me. I don't want to be rude, but what is the difference between you and I? Right? And I want to give you all this information for free. So that's the key. What is the difference? I think one of the key differences, I read over 100 books on lead generating, marketing, sales, business, and recruiting. I've actually trained thousands, or yeah, trained hundreds, not thousands, hundreds of sales reps. Now I want to just do it for free. I will teach you how to recruit new team members because a lot of you probably still sell for yourselves. You're probably selling 4 deals a month. That's probably the most you can ever get. How can we get you to sell more? I'm going to teach you how to generate your own leads by door knocking, cold calling, and even online ads. I will teach you how to run your own ads. You don't have to pay for somebody to run your own ads. I will teach you how to do it for free. I'm going to teach you how I was able to close 80%. So when I left that big company and I went to a smaller company in November, they told me it's the slow season, right? Every single deal that I cold call and set my own appointment, I was able to close every single deal, 100%. I only had to run 10 appointments. That month alone in November, I made over $100,000. And I was in debt. I was in debt because I used up all my savings, taking a great position as a surgery tech, going to a lower pays job, which is they're paying me 15 bucks an hour, plus sits, plus commission, which the closers can't close for shit. If you guys are Sunrun, sorry, you guys can't close for shit. Um, so I created a bunch of SOPs. That's what I did as a surgery tech. I created hundreds of notes for the doctors, where the instruments were. I created this for solar. Hundreds of notes on how to generate your own leads from A all the way to Z. And it's all for free. I'm giving it to you for free. What I like to do is I like to do weekly training every Tuesday. If you join our company, we do weekly training. You can just like this, but you can ask me anything. So I'm in Arizona, California, New Mexico, Texas, Florida, North Carolina, and South Carolina. These states are new. I started just in California for 1 year. Now we've expanded in the last 2 months. Here's the catch here. Look, this is what you guys are gonna love. We don't just do solar anymore. We do turf, roofing, HVAC, water, and windows. Right? Because of the big, beautiful bill. You have to change everything. You guys are leaving money on the table. You guys talk to more homeowners than probably anyone. Why aren't you offering all this? I'm confused. Let's offer it. Get more money, even if they don't want to go solar. Hey, maybe I rather do turf. At least you have something there, and then when they're ready, they'll go back to solar. Our red line across the state is 2.10 price per watt. We don't profit much, right? The way we will profit is by having more of you together, and I want this into a community. That's why I offer all this for free. We give you $120,000 of free giveaways if you work for our company. We do this every month. It can maybe be some shoes here, maybe an Airbnb. Shit, maybe we'll throw in a car. Here's the best part that you guys are gonna love. We offer leads. We offer leads. You get access to new homeowner data. So you'll be the first person. And this is exclusive. So if your territory, let's say your zip code is Beverly Hills, and we have Carlos here. He runs that territory. Hey, man, we can't bring anybody else on board. Carlos has that territory. That's all Carlos's area. So first come, first serve. All right, we have 1,500 members already in our community in 2 months. In 2 months. How did I get that? I have 20,000 Instagram followers. So I have a little less than 10%. And I asked everybody on Instagram to come join our community. Some of you are probably in it already. Here's what I want to educate you guys. A lot of you don't know how the finance part works. So a lot of you were stressed. Normally you have a deal with the homeowner. You pass it to the installer, as us. We pass it to the finance company. The finance company passes it to investors. That's why everybody was panicking. So we don't know if the investors are going to continue to invest on TPOs and PPAs. Right? We don't know that. No one knows that. Well, some people do, but we personally don't. So we created something if those don't have investors, we created something that we can offer and we can commercialize a homeowner's property or solar panels. So they actually get an 80% depreciation. Does anybody know what a depreciation is? So you can actually do that. That doesn't work for everybody, right? You got to at least educate them. But if you have somebody, a homeowner that's an LLC, it's going to work. If they don't have an LLC, we have a law firm that we're partnered up with that would help them create an LLC. And a simple question, guys, how do you know which product works? Hey, do you pay a lot in taxes? Yes or no? No, no, I don't. Hey, you want to go to the PPA program. When you're in the PPA program, do you pay a lot on your mortgage? Do you pay your mortgage on time? Yeah, I've kind of missed my mortgage payment. Right? You guys are stuck now. Shit, I can't sell it to this guy. Doesn't qualify. We actually have a low credit option, and it's a PPA as well. All we the only thing they need to qualify is if they own the property. That's it. Do they own the property? Yes or no? Yeah, give me the paperwork. We'll check if they really do, and now they get solar. And it's a PPA as well. All right. So now we have the Q&A, and Robert, since I can't see, I'll let maybe you know ask anybody or something. Rob.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lex, let's go. I'll go in order, I guess, on the way it shows me here on the screens. Lex, do you have any questions here for Ray?
Um, no, I think everything was pretty clear.
Cool.
Let me
How
ask
about you,
Lex a
Sergio?
question. Let me
Okay.
ask Lex a question. Um, so what do you think? Do you want to join our company, Lex?
Absolutely.
What state are you at?
I'm in Texas.
Okay, we do Texas, man.
Yeah.
What area in Texas?
Houston,
Okay. All right, Houston. Let me write that down.
huge market.
Hey, hey, are you gonna watch that? Hey guys, by the way, don't mind my chicken scratch. I'll be honest. And here's something else. I'm dyslexic. So the odds were against me when I got into solar. I was a surgery tech and I'm dyslexic. But Lex, you're gonna watch that Superman movie? Just curious because of your name.
No.
No, I got kids, man. They want to go watch it, so I got to take
Yeah.
them after this.
Well, let's go with Sergio. Do you have any
All right,
questions, Sergio?
Sergio.
Yeah. So my question is, I understand you offer like PPAs and purchases, and nobody really knows them. You're stating something about the loan option because everybody shifted kind of to PPA here. Well, here in California, for the most part, so loan options were kind of thrown to the side. And I know right now with the whole the big beautiful bill that's impacting a lot of that tax credit. Understanding all that, how are you guys as a company? How have you shifted? Because and I asked too because you have all these lenders, you have all these PPA providers, lease providers, and I mean, for example, I'm here in California, Southern Cal, and I'm familiar with the Orange County, LA, San Diego, Riverside markets. I've sold in all of them, and I've also sold in the East Coast. In fact, I'm selling in the East Coast now in the tri-state, so New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. And so one of the things is I've shifted my sales to the East Coast for the reason that it's not as saturated. From what I've understood, selling in different markets, especially here, California has been tough. So I guess my question is kind of not just one, but how have you shifted with this new bill? And then what are you doing to stay, to be above the competition? Because there's a lot of them, right? So,
Yeah,
and I mentioned Sunrun. Yeah, they're huge. They suck. I've never worked for them, but I've sold as like a dealer, kind of contracted them through Freedom or whatnot. So I understand that how most of these contractors work, and I'm very familiar with lending. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to find out more about that.
Yeah, so we're because of the big beautiful bill, this product's not going to be for everybody, right? Because you don't really only have one option. It's the PPA. So that's why we partnered up with a lending or a law firm company that'll help establish an LLC and get a 80%
Mhm.
tax write-off, because that is still you're still eligible to do that in the commercial side. So somebody like you guys, it makes total sense because you probably all have LLCs or corporations, just like me. So when I throw in solar panels on my home, it goes under the LLC. And that's how we're able to shift it. So this is how PPAs work. That's why they're still around, because they just commercialize it and then they sell it to their partners. They have LLCs to get the tax write-off. You're doing the same thing. But now instead of the investor or partner, you're giving it to the homeowner, which we all can agree is better to get a 80% tax write-off, right? For that homeowner. So that's the difference. And you can do this for 5 years.
Mhm.
So if they don't get the whole 80%, you can still divide it with those 5 years. And again, it is an adder, but that law firm guarantees it and helps them.
Mhm.
So that's the difference on that product. And we also offer different not just solar, different products, which is turf, roofing, HVAC. I don't know the current market if everybody's shifting to that. It seems like they haven't. And you would know more. Have you seen difference?
Well,
Like a
here
change in that?
yeah, I've seen, and I understand what you're saying with the whole tax credit, like especially like American made products can do like 45% instead of 30, especially when you're running like like you said, changing it into LLC, but 80% depreciation is pretty good. I'm just thinking like an average person, and I don't know what kind of, this is where your professional side of it takes hold, where what is your audience? Who are you capturing? Because at the end of the day, I might have like the simple normal person on my block, like myself, that maybe doesn't feel comfortable, or they're like, what is this LLC, and getting lower, you know what I mean? So I think
Yeah,
there's an audience that you have to attack. Forgive me if I'm wrong here, but would you say that that not be the case?
it's the same cell, right? It's
Mhm.
you would just assume it, like kind of when you assume an appointment, it's the same thing. You assume that that's normal. That's what everybody does. So when you
Mhm.
give somebody a 30% tax write-off, we're not supposed to guarantee it. But in this 80%, they're guaranteeing it. So this is just part of the process.
Mhm.
So that's all you have to do, right? It's just part of the
Right.
process, because a lot of times the objection will be, well, how do I get the 30%? Like, hey, I'm not an attorney, but I can direct you, or a CPA, I can direct you to a person that can help you. It's the same way. I'm not a CPA, but they guarantee that they'll help you. And we're Robert, when we had that meeting, we're not even supposed to tell them, right?
Right. They will be handling it.
They handle it all. So it's a simple objection.
Mhm.
I hope
Gotcha.
that helps.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Gives
What
me
do
an
you think?
idea.
Yeah, you just have to assume that that's normal. For us, it's not normal because we've never done that. And like we've learned this in the past, less is best. You don't want to vomit too much information because it's going to turn them off, right? And then you're going to
Yeah.
get unnecessary objections. Kind of like when you sold a deal, hey, we don't know if your home qualifies. We need to make sure your credit qualifies, and we do a site survey, and then they'll tell us. I'm sure a lot of you get the sale that way.
Mhm.
right? So it's the same thing.
Gotcha.
What do you think of the 80%?
I mean, it's good. The depreciation's good. Write off on that. The thing too is like I guess I would throw a million questions at you, but I know time is of the essence. But um, like say in a market where let's just say maybe Texas or California, what is your like the install times? Because I know that also has been one of the things where I mean I've had jobs that are just sitting there with some installers like for almost a year, and that's blows my mind. Just
Yeah.
money stall.
Which solar companies, if you don't feel comfortable, it's okay.
So for example, I've worked with Complete Solaria in the past, which they, now they're SunPower. They bought SunPower when they became Complete, and then I've worked with. I don't no longer do business with them, but I've worked with like Freedom Forever, because being that they're in my backyard and they've been kind of the bigger one out here in California. I've also worked with. I mean, working with Freedom, you got your options of pretty much every PPA and lender out there that's like in the industry.
Yeah,
But yeah, just to name a few, that's kind of who
gotcha.
I work with.
It really depends on the territory. I wish there was like an average, but there's not. Um, I can tell you like depending on the utility company, because
Mhm.
knowing the operational part, and probably a lot of you don't know how the operational part is. When we send the NEM application in California, let's say SDG&E, they can take up to 6 months for the main service panel because
Mhm.
now everything is automated. Where before you can just walk in and get all that. Automations, they're always some sort of information is going to get lost, and a lot of times if we submit an application, you don't even get an account manager to go even do uh um a meter check or a meter spot to stamp it on there. um PG&E is a little easier. You can just email them. You can even sometimes just take pictures, upload the pictures, and then they'll tell you right away what you're going to do, and then they approve it. So PG&E is a little faster on that, but normally is that part right there because of the main service panel and all the batteries we got to add now, right? So when you add the battery in California, you got to get because of all the fires that recently has been happening in California. You even got to get a permit from the fire department now, right? So you get that fire department, and then you can submit to the city, and the city is the fastest. It takes 2 weeks, right? And then once they stamp it, you have to give that information to the fire department. They have to go check, and then you have to resubmit it to the city. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
yeah, PG&E is faster. SDG&E 6 months. PG&E you can probably get it done within 4 weeks. SCE about same average. 4 to 8 weeks. LA County 8 weeks. Inland Empire like Riverside, Orange County, you're talking about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, in California and then Texas, a lot of them are still old school. You can just walk in. That's why there's a bunch of pirates. They go to the city and steal your permits, and then they try to sell the deal in Texas because it's just walk in.
Crazy.
Yeah, you heard of that, right? Like people go steal permits.
I personally haven't, but that's new to me. Damn, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it is pretty nuts. Desperate times, man. So, hey, if you don't mind, I'll move on to the next person just so everybody gets their questions answered.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pablo, do you have any questions?
That was a pretty short presentation, not a whole lot of detail. I know you said the red line was 210, and then as far as leasing, like who are we using? Is it Enfin? Is it like what companies are we using? Like who's the if we're running a finance? I know you said the 80%, but with the 80%, I think that's going to be something a little bit more difficult to get someone actually on board to start their own LLC. Like, yeah, we can pitch it to them, but that just sounds a little complicated. I have my own LLC, and in the beginning, it was kind of complicated,
Yeah.
especially having to file every 2 years, and then the additional taxes that you have to do, right? So it's a little bit more work. I can see that deterring people more from doing that. But the PPA, I know you didn't go into it too much. Like I said, it was a super quick
Yeah.
presentation.
Yeah. Most of you just have questions, right? Gave you the basic information on what we do. So I'd rather just answer your questions on what you're looking for. But to answer that PPA, we have Light Reach, we have Infin, we have Good Leap, um, we have Everbright, pretty much it. And
Okay.
we have every single finance you can think of, from Sunlight, SunGauge, a lot of credit unions. That's where you want to kind of do the depreciation part. Don't do a PPA. You can't do it on a PPA because they are already doing that. And you
Right.
can't do the solar traditional way. You got to use like a credit union for them to qualify. But that's why you ask those questions. Like your job is to filter what's the best product for them and really just offer one. I always have offered one. This is the best for you off the questions that I asked you, sir or ma'am. And that's how I've been able to get the 80% closing rate, because I only offer one. That is it. So when you ask those questions, like, is this a good product, a depreciation for this person, a PPA, or maybe, the bad credit, right? Because they're not paying their mortgage. Let me help this person. So you have those three options. So typically, like, do you ask those questions, or do you just like sell one product, like the PPA, that's it?
No, those are questions that are definitely asked.
That's good. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, I'm really, really thorough with mine. With my presentations, I've been doing solar for a little bit of time now. Um, the next question I was going to ask is, with those low credits, what are you using? Are you using like Pace?
We have Pace, and we have um our own our own PPA. So it's only in California for that one. So that's why when I say, like, hey, we got to check if it's like if they actually own the house, we got to get all the that information.
What is
And
it? What's the rate then? I mean, what the credit have to be for that program?
it doesn't matter as long as they're the owner. That's it.
But
No
only for
cr-
California?
no Only in California. No credit check necessary as long as they're the owner. That is it.
Are the rates just higher for that, or how's that work?
No, great question. So because of that, it's you only make really 20 cents price per watt for that one,
Okay.
right? Yeah, and then we're closing that part at the end of the year. So we have investors that are only going to buy 1,000. That is it. So we got to get rid of them by the end of the year.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, so if you have, I'm sure all of you have bad credits, right? A couple
Yeah.
customers that didn't qualify.
Yeah.
How many do you have? Like 10?
Probably.
In Texas?
So let's do some quick math. Let's say it's 10, 7 kilowatts. So 7,000 times 10. What is that? 70,000 kilowatts.
Um,
Even if you made 20 cents, you made 14,000
yeah.
something.
Yeah. It's something. Hmm.
So say if I brought over, because I have multiple teams. Say I get, because I'm with the current dealer right now. But say I brought my team over, could I negotiate with you guys so that I get overrides on my team as well?
Yes, you can do that. So we'll pay you and you pay them.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you wanted to do a 50 split with them, that's up to you. So when we give you access to our account, you can add members.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then I
and
set
we can
up the split,
go ahead.
and I would just set up the split.
You can set up the split. Yes.
Got it. Now, so if I set that contract up with you and say I sign a guy up, and then would he be able to then later go direct with you after I've already set a
No,
contract up? Okay.
no. Yeah, and same thing. So like let's say we have an exclusive deal with a new credit union, you can't go behind our back and do, a contract with them. Does that make sense?
Yep. Good. Yeah.
So I want to be transparent and I want fairness, everybody, because I know how hard it is where you guys are recruiting these guys, and I've done it. You guys done it where you go behind their back and then you start your own company.
Right.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that. We would actually tell you like this guy's trying to go under over you.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But as long as you're paying them, right? Like, because
Yeah.
sometimes they just want to do something to screw you over. But
Right.
like if you're screwing them over, like we don't tolerate that either.
Good.
We want to make it fair for everybody.
Okay. Hmm.
Hey
And you
Ray, so my question is, what's the red line in Texas?
210
And all right,
and it's 210 in
um,
California too, right?
everywhere. 210.
okay, and then so what about the leads? You said you provide leads.
Yes. So we provide leads. How do you get your leads right now?
So actually, I actually run my own ads. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How much do you get per lead on that?
What do you mean?
Like how much is it per application when you run your ads?
So yeah, like I end up like getting so this last campaign, it was like $20
Okay, that's
per
pretty good, man.
customer.
Yeah, that's pretty
So
good.
yeah, but that was the only one I did. So I'm actually gonna do like door to door, like to get customers
Yeah.
right now. But yeah, one of the things that I wanted to check out was the leads and stuff because I'm familiar with cold calling and all that. So I wanted to see
Yeah.
how that's done
So
or what's required.
so before, we used to give appointments. We don't do that anymore. We have an exclusive deal with Deal Machine. You guys know what Deal Machine is? Anybody? No?
Oh,
So Deal
Nah.
Machine, it's customer data. It tells you new homeowner data. So we give you any territory you want, and we'll send you all the leads through that lead magnet. You can cold call from there, or you can go directly to their house. But it's just new customer data, and it's free to you guys if you join our company. You don't have to pay for anything. And if you wanted to pay it directly to Deal Machine, it's $100 per user.
but you guys just pay that for us?
Correct.
Hmm.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's pretty
And
dope.
and it's like Sales Rabbit. You guys know Sales Rabbit, right?
No.
No? So Sales Rabbit is similar. It gives you customer data from like a Google map. You click on a
Mhm.
home and it tells you that person's information, their phone number, their email, how much their house is worth, everything. So it's similar to that. And it's
Oh,
all
there it
free.
is.
I'm
Scout
sorry.
data is similar to
Which one is that one?
Scout data.
Scout data, like data as well. I think they have a new one called Knock AI,
Yeah.
but that one charges you a tremendous amount.
Wait, so you're
Yeah, it's about
providing
fifteen
Sales
hundred a
Rabbit?
month.
How much is it?
1,500 a month for the like starter pack.
Crazy.
Are you providing Sales Rabbit?
No, we're providing Deal Machine, very similar to Sales Rabbit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then you said on those leads, there's not like a split.
No, no split.
And then
Yeah.
do you have I'm assuming you're gonna have a list of adders, right? How much batteries are, main panel upgrades, so forth.
Main service panel is 3,500. So MPU.
Mm-hmm.
Batteries can vary. It's
Who's the
just
installer?
we install in California, and um we have partners, subcontractors in the other states.
What about like San Luis Obispo area,
What state is that?
California?
Let me,
So
I'll
have you
have
heard
to
of
look that up.
Pismo Beach?
Oh, Pismo Beach. Yeah, man, we can do Pismo.
So, so the whole Central Coast from like, well, you could look it up, but like Paso Robles all the way down to like Santa Barbara.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah,
I
I'll
currently
have to.
I currently work with like 4 different um, installers or EPCs that service this area. So I'm sure that
I would have to get back to you.
yeah.
I can't see your name from here. Hey, Robert, can you write it down, and then we can get back to him, and then we can text him. Yeah, I don't want to give you misinformation. I just want to make sure it's accurate, because you guys are gonna hold that, against me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'm like, man, this is what you said. Hey, this is what you said, man.
yeah, this is what you said, Ray. It's fucking recorded. It's on here, man. It's live.
Yeah. So yeah, please, well, get back to me. Let me
I
know.
will.
Because if you can, I mean, it sounds, I mean, currently right now 210 red line. That sounds good. I mean, I guess the battery pricing would depend on the
The market
the
of the
EPC that
tariffs.
the EPC that you guys set us up with. Um, but and of course the MPUs and attic runs and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
And we're working on a live sheet that whenever we get like price changes from CED, you can
Okay.
always go there and then you'll have the updated version.
Okay.
So we're working on that so you guys can know, even because some mistakes happen. So
Yeah.
even if we have like our proposal tool, maybe we didn't update it there, but we at least updated it on the sheet.
Okay. And
Again, mistakes happen.
what about like customer service? Like, well, not just customers. Well, I guess customer service depend on the financer. But I mean, I'm sorry, I meant like sales reps, like our service. Like, who do I call when there's a problem? There's an issue. I need sales support. Is there someone to call? What's the hours?
Yeah, Robert here is my guy.
Okay.
So Robert here, you'll get a direct text from him, and anything you need, he'll help you. And we both have the same number, so even if you wanted to talk to me,
Yeah.
I review all the text messages. So if you like tell Robert, hey Rob, can I talk to Ray? We'll jump on a meeting if you wanted to talk.
Well, this is the issue. Is and I just left the deal right now. I had 3 yesterday, and all 3 of them I needed sales support. So is it just, that's what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm in a house and I need sales support, like, and if you guys got something else going, what
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but I just, what
Yeah,
happens?
It's hard to tell because if Robert's helping, I don't know, Victor here, yeah, like that could be hard, but he can also text you and he can also move it to one of our other departments to kind of help you. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get rid of that whole automation thing because this is an issue that I've heard, the self support.
Yeah.
So I want to make it really personal where you actually have a direct, text message that is an iPhone that you're not going into a chat bot. I don't
Right.
want to do that.
Yeah, I want to talk to someone like
Correct.
as much as possible. Like I'd rather like a lot of these EPCs now are like we're not well they're just like text us or chat, but like sometimes like dude I need to talk to someone like right away. Like I'm trying to get these deals closed right now. I don't want to lose this deal.
Yeah, and if it comes to where Robert tells me, "Hey, I can't handle it," we'll hire somebody else because our income's coming from you guys. So to me, I see you guys not as sales reps. I see you guys as partners. I see you guys as customers. And if you guys aren't satisfied, we're doing something wrong. So and Robert knows that from me. We're like, I am okay hiring more people if it's needed. I don't know if is he still here?
I'm
Yeah,
here. I'm here.
his name is David, by the way, you're talking
Oh,
to David.
oh,
Rob.
gotcha. I think did he jump off?
Let me check. I think he might have lost
I was driving, so I might have got connection.
yeah, he
Yeah,
probably lost connection.
he was like driving, right?
Would you happen to know what's the our cost for the batteries in Texas, right?
Um, I can get back to you on that because CED is very weird. CED will tell us a different price in California than in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can get back to you. You want to write that down for me, Rob?
Now I have
Yeah,
another follow-up question because
sure.
I'm very very familiar with CED. What if what if I had an account there? Can I still? I'm already hearing no.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no.
Oh,
Um,
I was just wondering if what if I use my account to get like batteries when I need batteries? Would we still be able to install them
I'm not
on the same
opposed
project?
to it. I'm not
Okay.
opposed to it. Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
against it. So I think it'll just be hard. How do we track it just specifically for you?
Right.
Be my only concern is really how do we track it on how what he paid and what we paid.
Right.
So that's my only issue.
Okay.
But I'm
David
not
is back,
against
by
it.
the way, Ray.
Yeah,
Also,
sorry guys, my phone died.
Oh, you're good, man. I don't know if you heard my answer.
I didn't.
Oh, what was your question again? Sorry, man. I'm already,
Just with
you
the
know,
cell with the cell support, so if
gotcha.
you guys aren't available, you said George or Bob? Robert.
My name
Robert.
is Robert.
Yeah,
Okay.
And
Robert.
when
Go
you
ahead, Rob.
say like support, like what exactly what do you mean? Like so an issue with the proposal?
Yeah,
Um,
issues like that. Like I had a deal, I had three deals yesterday, and this happened and I was closing a deal through GoodLeap, and it was saying that I got an error code. It was saying that I wasn't saving the customer enough money, and so I was trying to talk to my EPC, and it was just like it was just an issue trying to get a hold of them. So I'm
right.
saying if I have issues in the house, and I'm like I don't know how to fix this, like I don't know how to change this, and then on Monday I had an issue where GoodLeap was tweaking out, and it wouldn't take the format for birth dates. So, and I called GoodLeap, and I'm like, hey, what do I do? And they're like, oh, you have to call your installer. And so
Your
I'm
EPC.
trying to, yeah, my EPC, and I'm trying to get a hold of these guys, and it's just I'm sending texts, and like it's hard to get a hold of them. So what I'm saying is that like with you guys, if I can't get a hold of either of you guys, is there anyone else that I could talk to that could possibly help?
It
Yeah.
would be
So
either. Go ahead, Rob.
So
I'll
you
let you
could,
answer.
yeah. So we have have my phone on me at all times, right? So I'll be able to go ahead and answer. If not, we do have specific team members for every day to be available till 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If it passes that time, then your best bet would be reaching out to me directly, and then I could always jump on the computer and help you out if
Okay.
it has to do with closing a deal. If it's just to call me to bullshit me, I'll probably tell you I'll bullshit you on Monday. But yeah, definitely, man. We're here to help you guys.
Okay. Cool.
And just to piggyback on that, David, with Goodleap TPO, they allow you to save the customer money. So if it's not saving the customer money, you will not be able to use that price. So whenever you get that error message, all you
Yeah.
have to do is come down on the price.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's what we had to do, but
Yeah.
just costed me. It cost me a few $1,000s because I had to do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I did,
The
but I had two other jobs that, like that. Well, the last one I had to close it that way. The first two, when I was getting that, I just added in some higher usage, so then the offset went down,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was able to get those to
Mm-hmm.
go. But
Yep.
I have to reschedule with the customer for Friday to go back and close those to do those. But yeah, it worked, but it didn't work for my third one, so I had to close him at that lower rate
Mm-hmm.
and lose that money.
hmm. The other thing, we had a couple of meetings with a couple of TPO and PPA companies. Um, so what they're doing is they're gonna get rid of a lot of their customer support, and they're gonna get the installers to do more of that, so they cut cost. So that was a meeting I just had. I don't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday, but that's what they're gonna start doing. Just so if your installer is not doesn't even know, or maybe they have to retrain, that might be an issue, like an issue moving forward for anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, and another thing they said that if a customer doesn't pay, I can't say the finance company, but if the customer doesn't pay, that they're gonna start doing clawbacks on even those. And this is coming from a PPA company and TPO, one of the bigger ones.
You're saying if the customer doesn't pay his monthly?
Yes, they're gonna start doing clawbacks on the installer, and that means the installer will do clawbacks on any of your pending jobs. And then they want us to build a support team or collection team dedicated to that.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why that whole, credit union, to me, it makes more sense. Because if a customer's have buyer remorse, how is that your fault? How is it the installer's fault?
Right. Yeah.
It shouldn't.
No.
So yeah. So we're probably getting rid of that PPA company. I just can't say it yet
Yeah.
because of the NDA.
All right. Okay.
So
Well,
Ray, can you tell
Ray,
us a little bit about your installer company in Southern California? Just,
sure.
just
So
tell us.
what would you like to know or learn?
I just want to know, like, how you guys, handle stuff like this. So, like, customer orientated, and basically customer
Like,
service.
gotcha. So we do send one automation text to the customer after the welcome call, and we always tell them no news means good news, but save this number if you have any questions. And Maggie runs that department. She runs that entire department. She oversees all the text messages that are coming, and she oversees to make sure everybody is texting or calling the customers. So our canceling rate is like 1% or less, if that's what your main concerns are.
Yeah. So they're your installers. They're W-2 employees, or are they subcontract?
Correct. Yeah, correct. In California, it's W-2. The rest of the states, it's subcontracted. And It's a direct contract with us only. So they don't they if like let's say you decided to apply with them, they're just gonna send you to us.
Okay.
What state are you in?
California and Southern California.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll be just directly with us. So
Yeah.
W2, we have our team. Up north, we have a subcontractor. Sorry, up north, we have a subcontractor that we use. The same thing, we have a two-way contract. Um, any sales reps that are selling in northern side, they send them back to us.
Cool.
Yeah, either way, Carlos, we make sure that the drop is not being, the ball is not being dropped with the customers, and we ensure that there is a follow-up. And if they have questions, we could always reach out with no issue.
Cool. And what's the name of the company? So when we represent you, right? So when we're
Bright
selling,
Reach, Bright Reach.
okay, Bright Reach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ray,
Yes.
by any chance, do you guys would you guys do any type of price match when it comes to like materials?
Possibly because we can use that against CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
we can do that. Yeah, I do that in California. Like, hey man, I get this deal here in California. You got to do better. I'm just gonna, you know, get it and then ship it over there, and rather pay the $500 shipping fee.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think Victor had a question, Ray, about the red line in Texas. It's the same, right? $2.10.
yeah. Go, all are everything is $2.10. It's just
Yeah.
easier.
I was gonna ask like because I do gotta get off here shortly. How can I apply or get the link with you?
So you'll get a text message, and that is automated. You'll get a text message to go through our agreement. And then from there, you do an onboarding with Joe, and Joe makes sure your whole CRM is functioning. You have access to Deal Machine, all of our everything, pretty much.
Okay.
Also, Ray, I don't know if Priska or Steven have any questions as well. Not sure if they're there. I
No,
see Priska connected.
yeah, Prescott texted me earlier. He said he was just gonna jump. I think he's in a meeting as well, like two meetings or something.
Gotcha,
He's
gotcha.
he's multitasking.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, where's your office at? What
It's
city?
in Riverside.
Okay.
Riverside. Yeah.
I used to live in Riverside. That's crazy.
Yeah. Where do you live now?
Houston.
Oh,
I live in Houston, Texas.
I would say the heat's about the same from Riverside and Houston, right? What is it right
It's
now? Like 120?
nah. It's like it's hot. It's hot. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is though. It's like 95 or something.
Yeah. My
You know,
my
we're getting a lot of floods right now. A lot of rain. It's like cooling things down, but it's like flooding everything. But
yeah. I
that's
heard
what's really going on out here for
I
sure.
heard a conspiracy that jets the jets that go over to kind of salt the clouds so it rains, they overdid it or something like that. And it started raining blue.
Uh, so yeah, somewhere up north it rained blue, but what's really going on and like so they do seed clouds here in Texas, but not from the plains. There's like these like machines on the like the middle of nowhere that like just like create a ton of like condensation, like it's just a bunch of steam, right? And it's just like
Yeah.
going into the sky, and you start seeing like the clouds form around it. Well, basically, I guess they seeded too much, and they made like these mega fucking stupid cloud. Excuse me,
Yep.
but so yeah, and we got a lot of freaking floods. I think it's just like irresponsibility because Dubai does this. That's how they make their clouds. So they do it here too. I think Texas is doing it so our environment doesn't become dry and arid like California's. So yeah,
Thanks.
essentially, Yeah, we got a lot of
They,
rain and we've been having a lot of catastrophes. Like literally, like 2 days ago, I was driving outside and within 1 hour of raining, I saw it flood right in front of me.
that's scary,
It's
man. I feel
yeah,
bad for
Like in a
those.
couple of hours, right there, Carlos?
What's
Everything
that?
started flooding.
Is there two Carlos? I'm from LA.
No, I think it's Victor.
Oh, sorry about that. That's
yes,
right, Victor.
yeah, yeah, it was me.
Yeah,
Yeah, we saw the news.
it's sad of those kids. I think the Girl Scouts. It was like 16 Girl Scouts that
Yeah,
they're lost. I don't know if you
like
guys heard that.
yeah, like 20 or
20.
something. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
just like recent graduate, like high school graduate. But yeah, that was super tragic.
well, stay safe out there, man. I hope you know, unfortunately this is the sad part. Like we kind of need a little bit of pain to become better. Like, hey, we did too much, somebody effed up. Um, and I know it sounds sad, but we all know it's true as adults. Like, if you think back, like we have some sort of pain that made us who we are now. So whoever messed that up, they need that pain so we don't do something like that or maybe do it less, you know. But yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Hey guys, can someone get back to me and let me know if you guys service like the Central Coast, California?
Yes. Did you write that down, Rob? I think he jumped off too.
I got it. This is David, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. It's already about that time to close the chat or the Zoom.
Can you guys put the website on the chat? And Ray, is there any way that we could visit the office in Riverside?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in Riverside. We'll text you and the agreement, and you can actually see everything on the agreement as well. So you'll see our email, our address if you wanted the address.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you got if somebody give me a call, man, I'd like to talk to you guys too. Like, and
Yeah,
I got a lot more stuff to talk to you about, but
sure.
and
That's fine.
some if it works out, then I'd like to come meet with you guys. So
Awesome. All right. Any other questions before we close it?
We're good. Thank
All
you.
right. Hey, man,
Thanks.
it
one
Thanks
was
for
a
more.
your time.
pleasure.
What's the name of the company?
A Bright Reach.
Oh, that's right, Bright Reach.
Bright
Dope
Reach.
Model
Yeah.
X.
Model X?
Yeah, I think like Dave's in the Model X. I think, right?
Yeah. Just got it a couple weeks ago. Love it.
Oh, gotcha. I have the
Nice.
Cybertruck.
Nah, it was too ugly, man. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. But that's why I got it. The kids love it, man. When I take them to baseball, all the kids love it. I was like, all right, I got to get it then.
I
Well,
just got the new Model Y.
originally I was gonna get the Cybertruck because I thought it would like draw so much attention. People want to ask questions, and I'm like, hey, let's talk about solar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but then I was like, my wife is like, honey, no.
Yeah.
My
No,
buddy can speak about it. He loves it.
yeah, no, I have an X as well. I have a Model X and a Cybertruck. My wife drives the X, but that one gets attention too because of the suicide doors, the
Yeah,
falcon doors. Yeah,
yeah,
that one's cool.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool,
I
man.
just got the new Model Y.
Oh yeah, the new one. The new one's nice.
Yeah, I just got it in red. It's cool.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. Enjoy it, guys.
Yeah.
Make sure
Okay.
you get the tax incentive before that goes away.
Oh yeah, yeah, we already got that.
Yeah. But you guys have LLCs, so you guys can just write the whole thing or 80% of it off.
Yeah, yeah.
So you guys are good.
When does the ITC officially goes away? Is it the end of the year?
End of
This is
the
the end of the year. Yeah.
for solar. For EVs, it's on September 30th.
Oh wow.
Wow. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
so I'm
Hey,
actually buying a Cybertruck. I'm buying a
Yeah.
Cybertruck before September 30th, so I can get that EV tax credit.
I
Yeah.
guess
And
I'll
EV
get a
discount on
you're
my Cybertruck.
you're in
hey,
Houston though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If you're here, we would have been racing.
Oh, dude, yeah, or go off roading on it. I'm
Yeah,
more of I like to go out in the woods and chill.
yeah. Or
I
shoot
think
it to see
I think my
if it's really
EQS can beat
bulletproof.
you guys.
Oh, nice.
Hey guys, I got a question. I just think about it. Do we have an EPC that does like battery only?
Depends on the state, but more likely yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Flor-
I can get back to you on that.
And
Florida.
add-ons as well. I'm in California, so but
Yeah,
yeah, add-ons.
In California we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good in California.
And so we can do battery only and add-on systems.
Yes, add-ons. Yes, correct.
Okay. Cool. All right,
Cool.
guys. Thanks.
All right.
I'll
Yeah,
wait.
it was a pleasure.
I'll wait to hear from you guys with about if you guys service the Central Coast.
I will. We'll
Okay.
get that like with the next hour.
Okay. Hey, it's nice to meet all you guys, man. You guys have a good one. Hopefully we'll be
All
back.
right,
Likewise.
you too, man. Take
All
care.
right.
Likewise.
Thanks
Yes,
for your time.
bye.
All right.
Alrighty.
It was a pleasure, boys.
Yeah, thank you.